I'm unapologetic about calling myself a natural-born freak because I think I'm as beautiful as anyone else. I do love my difference. It's what makes me me.
Sarah Hubolt is one of only 200 people in the world born with Hallermann-Streiff syndrome. It means she's always had
Facial disorder, sparse hair, respiratory conditions, abnormal skin, a bird-like nose, and short stature. Oh yeah, and I'm blind too.
But none of that stopped Sarah from becoming a swimming Paralympian or getting a university degree in politics, all while working as a professional acrobat around the world.
I love the aerial ring. I think it's very graceful and it's very beautiful to sit up there like a girl in the moon. I feel a sense of freedom. I feel exhilarated. I'm celebrating my body and I love bringing that sense of magic to people's lives.
Like Sarah, Paul Capillaris is blind. He was also born with a rare congenital condition.
It's called Leber's amaurosis. I can't change it. There's no cure. I think everyone has their own unique struggles and mine just happened to be, not being able to see. You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round and you can't find the fighter. I don't see my condition as disability or any kind of dis. It's who I am, so I'm just going to make the most of everything that I can do. For you.
But from the moment coronavirus hit, that determination turned to dread. Now with COVID-19 lockdown slowly lifting and more people outside, Sarah and Paul have never been so fearful of leaving their front doors.
With coronavirus, I feel a lot more forgotten and I feel a lot more isolated and it's a lot scarier to go outside.
You say you don't want to leave the house until this is all over.
Yeah.
That could be a really long time.
I know.
Does that freak you out?
Incredibly so.
What's been going through my mind lately is in the pandemic, it feels especially lonely. If this is what alone really is, then what's going to happen when I'm older? I've been thinking about that, and that's been a bit gut-wrenching.
I've been lonely for a pretty long time. I've never had many friends and even fewer close friends. I find it really easy to spiral and think all these dark thoughts and feel like I'm drowning and there's no one to pull me out. I've been feeling that, especially over the past couple of months with everything that's been going on around the world and in my own family. It's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world.
While Paul's been holed up at home, his grandpa is terminally ill.
My father's got cancer. And I don't know how long he'll be with us. When Paul found out, within 2 hours, he wrote this beautiful song.
Saw your picture on the top shelf. You look just like my mama.
Had a very special bond with his grandfather, very close.
So close that Paul's stepping outside for the first time since the pandemic started, and only to see his grandpa.
Being blind makes going outside a lot more risky. I have to touch a lot of stuff just to know where I am. As much as I want to stay inside and not go out, some things are just more important than that.
He's a very compassionate kid. He's very emotional. He gives his heart.
How do you feel when you hear Paul sing?
I get goosebumps every time. His music says it all.
There is no one quite like you, no one to help see me through these things if you only knew. When I sit down on the piano, when I'm singing, it's when I feel the most free and that I can be whoever I want to be, and that's okay. I see you in heaven, an eternal bliss. I know that you're happy with all of your kids.
And after 6 weeks isolated in her tiny apartment, today Sarah is finally stepping outside for the first time too.
In my lifetime, everywhere I look, there's a barrier. So with a pandemic, every day is an unknown for me right now. Please keep your social distance and really consider anyone a bit more vulnerable in this situation. This is actually about my life we're talking about, and what I need is for people to understand that.
Sarah, hey, it's Pat. Was it as scary as you thought it was going to be?
First steps out the door and just walking up the street were a bit petrifying, and then I just have to build up my confidence. It's going to take a while, but I'll do it step by step.
And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
I don't know what the future's going to look like. I am pretty resilient, so I'll find a pathway forward, and I will bounce back and adapt.
Or fly back.
Or fly back. I will absolutely fly back. You don't need eyesight to do aerials. You don't need eyesight to do acrobatics. I rely on touch, like I rely on touch on every other aspect of my life.
All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. I want people to know that no matter what you're going through, no matter what's happening in your life, you'll get through it, because we all have strength and will to rise up and live our best lives. We will rise, we will rise, we will rise up now. We will rise.
Oh my God, what two magnificent human beings.
And what I think he doesn't realise is by putting a voice and saying that he's lonely, he helps other people who are feeling that way be seen. And I think it's incredible. I think that song was so beautiful.
Yeah, wasn't it? And I was just watching thinking that talent.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine if Sarah and Paul, something to look forward to, that we could, imagine if they said, we're going to put on a concert, he's going to sing, and Sarah's going to come down from the ceiling and do her. I mean, it would just sell out. Thank you for reminding us of the power and the beauty of the human spirit.
Once social distancing's over, I expect you to get onto that project.
I want to.
Yeah,
I
think it's a great idea.
What a special performance that would be.
Huge thanks to the Parramatta Riverside Theatres, by the way, and Legs on the Wall for helping out with the locations for that story, which was stunning.